Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is a very special day here at The Right Reality. It is episode 250.
Air horns!
All of the air horns!
Let's go.
Unbelievable. We've been doing this for 250 episodes. Mixie, I have a very specific number that you joined The Right Reality on.
Oh, yeah? You know how many episodes I've been on?
You've done 114 episodes, Mix.
No fucking way.
Yes, fucking way.
Holy shit.
You joined on Spies, Lies, and Allies, which was the very first episode you joined was episode 136.
Let's go.
And you know what's super weird that I just found out by doing this research?
What?
What was the episode just before you joined? It was my first interview with Devin.
Oh my God. Serendipity.
And now today's episode, as a celebratory episode 250 for all of you guys, all the hotties, everybody who has listened through the years, we have Devin back from his victory, one half of Dave and Dave. And this is an incredible interview. This was so much fun. We got a lot of information, very funny as always.
Absolutely.
And we might have had a celebratory drink with him. Who knows?
It was a great time. You guys are really going to enjoy this. Without further ado, here is Devin.
Well, Devin, welcome back to the pod. Second time with me, first time with Mixie here. Mixie wasn't here last time, but she is about to prove her worthiness to you, that she's on this podcast and she is worthy of interviewing you. She says she has some sort of presentation. So Mixie, I hand it over to you now.
I want to make sure that I am worthy of interviewing you, and I also want to become a part of the Wolf Pack, so I am going to shotgun this White Claw. I have not shotgunned in a while, so pray for me.
This is electric. Also, shotgunning
I can't hear you. I gotta take it off.
Shotgunning a seltzer. I want people to know I'm going to play this. Wow, great explosion! It's almost impossible. This is going to be absolutely insane. The real question is going to be, can she do it and not burp? Ladies and gentlemen, she's about 3/4 of the way down. She finishes. Wow. That was electric. Wow. It was the pop for me. It was
my best. I got it everywhere.
It was the pop for me. Did you see that pop?
That was with scissors too, my guy. She
wow.
Full scissors into that.
I went with scissors. I didn't have anything else. Oh, my headphones are on the wrong one.
That was full commitment. For those of you that can only hear and you can't see, a feat of athletic genius was just performed.
I'm just trying to prove my worth, you know? A lot of people tell me that I'm new here and I don't know what I'm talking about, so I just, I want to be on the same page as you, because
I did have a few, to be fair. I had a couple at dinner, but I have to go pick my friend up at the airport, so I switched to Virgin seltzers, Polar, actually.
Those are good.
But I am stoned as can be. So
I will be doing that after this. You should have told me. I would have done that too.
That's the vibe.
Lit a joint.
I'm on. I can't have I only have one puff of pot at a time, or else I get awkward. 2 puffs and I'm awkward. So I only had one. I only had one puff.
You're perfect.
Yeah. I'm back where I need to be. And hold on, let's backtrack here for a second as well. Worthy, yeah, duh.
Thank you.
I'm not one of those idiot D-list celebrities that thinks they're an actual celebrity. Right? There is worthy would pretty much. Hey, are you alive? Are you relatively chill? You gonna say anything fucking insane? No.
Not
okay,
yet.
good. Yes, worthy. Yes.
Amazing.
I appreciate you guys having me back too. Thank you.
Oh, of course.
You got that big W, so I also now have to get part of the party here. I got some champagne.
Let's champagne it.
We got some champagne for you.
Dude, is that an airport bottle? What is going on here?
Yeah, you said came and checked
Welcome to
before
the number
you even
one.
did it. This is the number one, baby. We ain't fucking around like those other little podcasts.
This is electric. I feel almost like
Oh yeah.
Man, I might have to just send an Uber to go pick her up. No, I'm not going to do that. I said I'm a man of my word, and I made a commitment. And
that's impressive. I feel like 2023, you just get it an Uber. Like if you're really a good friend, you don't ask a friend to pick you up from the airport.
That's
you
true.
Just volunteer.
I offered.
Oh God, you're just such a nice guy.
I offered. It's only like 40 minutes. It's Bradley BDL. Hashtag Bradley International Airport.
Okay.
Got arrested there one time for attempting to bring a pair of nunchucks on a plane. Didn't know they were in my carry-on. Was on my way to film Second Chances. They were a prop pair of nunchucks, for the record. Got arrested for circumventing TSA with a prop pair of nunchucks. Missed my flight. Called the production agency and was like, hey, you guys aren't going to believe this. Swear to God, the first thing the lady on the phone says is, how many drugs were you trying to bring and why are you in jail right now? And I was like, no. I've learned my lesson. No more drugs. I brought a prop pair of nunchucks to the airport on accident and I'm in prison.
That's a strong move. Strong move there.
Yeah. Needless to say, it worked out, won the show. Happy to be back. Second show that I've won as a challenge, actually. 3, because I also won Are You the One? So 3-time champion, 3 different shows.
3 rings.
3 rings, baby. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Running out of fingers.
Yeah, I like how you've completed the set, completed a trilogy of the shows, right? So anything, it's not like you just got one gimmick and you can figure out one gimmick. No, multiple different gimmicks here that we're working with here. Yeah.
A lot of different strategies based off the show. I'm sure we'll get into this, but early shout out to my brothers for having completely opposite skill sets and also being hyper competitive. So I had to adapt.
One of the questions, oddly enough, that you asked that, we'll get that out of the way. Somebody said, do your brothers care that you're on the challenge and that you've won a season? Are they impressed by that at all? Or are they just like, whatever? Yeah,
so I have 2 biological brothers, and then my oldest brother's best friend has, been a part of our family for almost 20 years now. So he's in there. I say I have 3 brothers because I do in my mind. And they're the biggest with my mom. They're the biggest cheerleader section ever. But they're realistic. The thing is, they won't just be oh yeah, you're, this or that, or whatever. They'll come to the table with legitimate strategy. They'll be I got to read on this guy. One of them is a lawyer. The other one is a very successful salesperson for internet shit. I don't really know exactly what he does. And the other one is a programmer for Apple. So they're smart. And they're listen, I think we got these guys dialed, ding, ding, ding. Instead of just being oh, you did so good, congratulations on getting that far. No, they've been about getting the W for a while. Right. And a good portion of my ability to adapt under pressure and everything comes from the 3 of them. So I'm very thankful for them.
Having siblings is the best, especially ones that are supportive. I agree.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know if there's a more influential. I don't know how onlys do it. You're just your parents.
Yeah, that's Steven. Steven's an only.
Steven, you're a goddamn only.
I'm an only, man. I'm an only. Yeah, it's weird.
Jeez Louise.
I would never.
I should explain this too, just real quick.
Yeah. Do you want to explain the mic?
Sorry, Steven. A, that you don't have siblings, and B, that I cut you off. But people are probably wondering why I'm holding this microphone it's a microphone you hold. It's not. It should have a stand. I've been bouncing around. I had the travel luggage. My other mic didn't work, so I got this one. I'm holding it like I'm doing a concert. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, and he looks great doing it.
Yeah. Fucking natural over here. Fucking natural.
Well, so I want to talk about the money. So you got that money, and when you get that large of a sum of money, your brain is just going crazy. What's the first thing you got?
So I was down in Fort Lauderdale.
Celebrating.
Well, I like to go down there for the winters.
Typical snowbird.
Play golf, have cans, whatever. It just happened this time. It doubled as a celebration. But I went a little harder on a rental than I probably normally would have.
Oh, we saw it. We saw that. Yeah.
There was a few tight ones, but there was one I didn't put up at all because I was like, I don't want to. I mean, people are going to know where this is at.
Okay.
And so I got one that was pretty sick that we had some good times at. So that was that. But for the most part, honestly, I'm a pretty frugal person. Like, not that I don't like to go out and have a good time, but like, I just don't have a super expensive lifestyle.
Yeah.
I have a 2015 Corolla. Like,
Nice.
I have my house is very modest. I live in Western Massachusetts. Like, I'm not trying to live outside of my means. So I haven't really fucked around with it yet. Nice to know it's there, you know? Nice to know I have a little fuck you money if ever I need to say fuck you to someone. But
Hell yeah.
if ever I do go and I get something like sick with it, I'll let people know.
Mixie wants to know, obviously, did you buy any Doge?
Yeah.
I mean,
did we get some crypto in our pockets?
I did not buy any Doge.
It was too high at the time. You were being smart. You were
I was heavy in crypto for a while, and I was feeling.
Don't tell me you're about to tell me your hands aren't made of diamonds, Devin.
No, I'm not in heavy as like I was. I still got a little chunk in there, but I'm not like watching the charts and fucking doing the day. I'm like, I gotta play. I had too much golf to play for all that. I'm too stoned. I can't be doing it anymore.
That's fair. I just let it collect.
What's your handicap for golf?
Oh, I stink. So I played 36 holes today, and I shot a 93, and then I shot a 90.
That stinks. What are you talking about? You're breaking 100. That doesn't stink.
Yeah, breaking 100, but like from the white tees, and I'm not a good golfer, but I did go in a 5-hole stretch today. I went birdie, birdie, par, par, birdie, which is pretty fucking lit. So
yeah,
that's great. If you need anybody out in LA to play, I'm here. We'll go.
I'll drive the golf cart and I'll smoke. I'll hold the joint.
Mixie will be the joint roller.
Yeah,
there's good courses out there. I'll play with you guys sometime.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
There's a couple really nice ones out
180 on a frozen rope off the tee. No one hits it quite like me.
Damn.
Wow. Right down the middle every time. You like
Not even with a fucking hard slice. I'm I'm on the left rough, 180 off the tee. Still
90-degree rule on the carts. Oh, yeah.
240 left on a par 4.
I think I'll hit a 3-wood from here. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Easy triple.
Well, since we're talking about money, I did want to get into this. So there was some speculation going around about the amount of money you gave was calculated based on taxes. Is that true?
I mean, people have given me too much credit.
Yeah? It was just the number of the season. That was it.
I mean, it happened to get us under 400K. But that really only matters if you plan on making literally $0 more
for the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year.
Yeah, and you're a big money guy, so that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket.
Well, I mean, I got expensive cheeks, right? And people are paying for them. So
yeah,
that's fair.
I don't. Someone will give me the difference there at some point, in the year, and then you're fucked anyways. Yeah. But I just thought it was the right thing to do. 38 season. It was like, otherwise it would have been kind of an arbitrary number. And I will stand on record and say that I did try to give Johnny's money to Sarah. And I was not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But I did try.
I heard something about that. I believe you. I believe you.
Hold on. Did you actually say that and they cut that out?
Well, I asked if I could do it and they said, no, don't bring it up.
Well, you don't ask. You just do, and then you ask for forgiveness.
You go, hey, you guys recording? Great. I'd like to give 38 grand to Sarah.
It was going to be so funny, dude. But I was also like, normally I would have been like, whatever. But part of me was also like, don't fuck this up and be a dickhead. Like, don't take Toris Moment. Also, like, don't do the thing you always do and make it about some stupid thing you said. Just shut up and be fucking cool for one time ever.
Okay, but in all honesty, because I personally feel like you were doing a long play here and you were given some money to make it a little bit harder for those people to come at you in future seasons. Was that at all on your brain?
No, truly, it wasn't. First of all, I know that particular group of people will be back again and play the game together again. But I'd like to think all of us would have played together anyways, because there was no reason really not to, right? I'm a firm believer in if the world is equal, you should get out of it what you put into it, right? And there has to be a difference between obviously the winners and the losers, because I'm not here for participation trophies, but to acknowledge the fact that you didn't get there on your own is very important. So the long game wasn't really in my mind as much as the payment of the immediate favors that have been done to me to put me in that situation. And that was more about being self-aware, which I think is like the most undervalued human trait of all time. And I've never seen, CT and Casey did it the season before, but I think oftentimes people that win that particular show start patting themselves on the back. And I've been, in my opinion, like an assister to some wins and saw like the role that person also plays. And all those people played that role for us. They had all had opportunities to fuck us over. They didn't. They all had opportunities to team up and turn against us. They didn't. They played loyal and truthful all the way through the game, with the exception of a few minor mishaps. So they deserve to get paid.
We'll see if season 39, whoever wins that, keeps the tradition going, or if it's a short-lived,
doubt it.
Tradition. No chance.
Doubt it.
Well, it'll depend on who wins. I will say that.
Don't bet on that.
No.
Yeah,
no.
and their taxes.
In their taxes, yeah. And how many OnlyFans subscribers they may or may not have. Yeah.
Correct.
I do have a question about this, because I've never really heard anybody answer this. Do you just like all of a sudden get a wire payment? Is there like a physical check that shows up? Does it say MTV to Devin for fucking crushing it? Like, do you get it after the show is aired? Like, how does that kind of work?
Yeah, so you can, I think, so the first one I won came from, the money comes from the production company, not the network. So, like the first check that I got when I won Second Chances, well, actually the first one I got for winning Are You the One, well, all of us winning Are You the One was dope. That said the production company, and then the next one was like a big check, and it just said it on it. But this was just a wire. Just one day you wake up and then it's in there.
That's great.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
And is it after it's done airing, or kind of when you get home-ish?
I don't know the exact timeline, but it's definitely after the reunion.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
After you film it, or after it airs?
After it airs.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, after it airs.
That's a long wait.
Well, I waited about 8 years for it. So
that is true. That's fair.
A few more weeks, not gonna hurt.
That's fair.
Some people will say I never thought it was gonna happen, but
well, we believed in you, especially.
We believed in you, yeah.
Especially with your ride or die. There was a lot of talk about the ride or die theme. We could spend a very long time asking you who was there and who the original pairs were and what the changes were, but we're not going to do that.
That's what a whole separate podcast.
Know is if Tori wasn't available, who was your next choice for a ride or die? Because I actually do think you were one of the 3 pairs that were really actually ride or dies.
Yeah, they had asked me originally to make a video of some of my friends, and I lived with this girl named Marge.
Great name.
She's awesome. So me and her lived together for like 5 or 6 years, and it just like from the time I started, well, maybe not that long, maybe like 4 years, but she filmed my video for Are You the One? Mm-hmm. So like I went out and I was like, hey, Marge, like, we were roommates. We had 2 other absolute idiot roommates, and it was like the 4 biggest idiots in the town, just like stomping around. And one of them was Marge.
Hell yeah.
So I asked her to film my video for me, and she's like, yeah, definitely, whatever. Like, come on, let's go. So she filmed the video for me, and she's been a good friend of mine ever since. But when they asked me to make the videos, I said, it's very important for you guys to answer this question, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. Do you want me to have a chance at winning the show? Or do you want me to just go in there and like, there's no shot, just fuck it up? Because if that's the answer, then I got Marge is dialed. We're ready to go. But we're not winning. We're not winning.
We're having fun and we're stirring shit up.
We're not winning. Yeah, we're not gonna win that event. So and they didn't answer obviously because it was kind of a joke question anyways, but they ended up determining that it would be Tori just based off of, I guess, both of us making sense for them. But yeah, Marge Britton. Shout out Marge. Love you, Marge.
Shout out Marge.
Shout out Marge.
Was gonna be Marge if it wasn't Tori. But honestly, let's be realistic about this. If it wasn't Tori, I probably don't get casted.
Interesting.
I don't think they're casting me and Marge. So
I would have. You sound like a party.
If it's not Tori, then I don't know. I mean, maybe it would have been me and Marge, but I don't know for sure.
I feel like it would have worked if it was like everybody, and then because I think the rumor before this even started was like, it's a new Bloodlines, but not. So it was going to be everybody with somebody else from home. And then we got that for like 80% of people. And then there was a bunch of people who didn't. Obviously, there was a lot of things that happened from day one of filming till a mysterious gap and then picking up again.
Yeah.
So there was obviously some things going on, which is to be expected when you film television shows, because again, it's
with that many people.
With that many people, all of the people ever who have wanted to be on television. Yes,
everyone.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
Arguably too many people.
What do you guys think about that? You think it's too many people?
Mixie?
I 100% think there's too many people. There's so many people that I didn't get to know. For example, Kenny. I feel like we fully lost. I mean, I don't know how much personality Kenny had on him, but I didn't see any of it. I know nothing about Kenny.
Kenny's the man.
That's what everybody's saying.
Kenny's the man, dude.
Apparently, he was in that poor hotel for 17 days, he said, or something like that.
Yeah, the thing about he was in there for weeks, dude. We were worried about him. I was worried about him.
Poor Kenny.
Once we found out how long he was in there, I kept checking in with him. So me and Kenny, this doesn't get shown. Me and Kenny were like close friends in the house. I would consider him to be a friend. If Kenny called me and was like, "Hey, do you want to go get beers?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I do." No matter where, where do you want me to go? I would go meet Kenny somewhere for beers, like a flight, like a plane ticket.
Hell yeah.
I'd go meet him for a couple cans and then come home or stay. Who knows what he's got a kid. I don't know how long he can hang out for. Anyways, Kenny's legit. And me and him would always drink beers and play pool. And we played so much pool. Just if you were looking for me or Kenny, we were playing pool. We did what we call a street series, which is like you're playing like street ball where you played at 21, but you have to win by 2. So we would play best of, I guess that's best of 41.
Wow.
Win by 2, meaning you have to win 21 games and then win by 2. And we would play 8 ball. And we would play, I think we went through 3 or 4 series. So we played well over 100 games of pool.
That is a lot of pool. That's almost arguably too much pool.
Yeah, there would be nights we'd play 15 games. Me and Kenny would stay. And not all of them were sanctioned games. Sometimes if we were getting going, if we were warming up, we'd say, all right, well, we're just going to play a couple times. And then once we started playing, we'd say, okay, is this a sanctioned game? And then that would be a sanctioned game in the first 21 win by 2 streets.
See, when me and Mixie were playing recently with somebody from a reality television show who we will not name, I feel like there was a lot of rules that did not discuss that this person.
Wait a minute. Why aren't you naming the person?
It's from a different show.
It's not your show.
Oh.
I would tell you if it was.
I'm still interested in who it is.
Her name is Suzanne. She was on Joe Millionaire.
Joe Millionaire.
Did you watch that?
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
Oh, I thought you were hanging out with someone from the old Joe Millionaire.
No, I think they're like 60.
Yeah, that would be electric.
They were also on MILF Manor. So, you know.
I didn't watch it. Is it good?
It was good. It was a great time.
We watched one episode. We recapped one episode and we were like, probably not for us to recap.
Well, that was MILF Manor, not Joe Millionaire. MILF Manor is...
MILF Manor was fantastic.
You take a couple puffs, you watch MILF Manor. Don't do it sober.
So I'm pretty sure, is MILF Manor where the moms and the kids live in a mansion together?
They had to sleep in the same room and they were dating.
Yeah, so this idea got stolen from me and Zach Longo. There's a prank call videos up on YouTube somewhere. And we came up with the idea, but we called it Train My Grandma. And it was one of the pranks we did was we would call people from Are You the One, and we would see how desperate they were to get back on TV. And so we would pitch them fake shows. And one of the shows that we pitched them was called Train My Grandma. So we called all the guys that were like trainers. You know how everyone's a trainer?
Yeah.
So we called all the guys that were trainers, and we were like, listen, you guys, you're a trainer. Do you have a grandma? We've got this new concept. And it's like, you're going to be training someone else's grandma, and they'll be training your grandma. And then, but eventually we boil the skit down to, are you like interested in grandmas at all? Like attract, because these are going to be, they're going to be fit, and all the guys will be like, yeah. I mean, and it's like, and it's going to be someone else's grandma in,
on the show,
on the show with you, like, no, that makes. And then
does she have big giant fake boobs? I'm in.
Yeah, like the very end of it all is, would you be willing to train someone's grandma like in a train with all the other contestants? And they're like, yeah, I think I would probably do that. And we're like, okay, well, fine.
Jesus Christ.
Anything. I love it.
That's great.
But that's essentially the idea, but it's moms and not grandmas.
Yeah, they did. They took it from you. You should sue.
I'm going to sue them for Train My Grandma.
And then you could give us some of the money so you don't have to get taxed on it.
Yeah.
I am the Oprah Winfrey of $38,000.
You are.
Yeah. And I'll put them all on future bets. A lot of futures bets.
Pound the Celtics.
Speaking of numbers, you're a big math guy, and there's something that we've noticed that I wanted to talk to you about. Yes, you are. Love numbers. So I need to know, if Nani and Casey say 100 words in a day, how many of them are babe?
What, you want percentage?
It's up to you. If you want to give me percentage, I'll take it.
Oh, you're saying only in like 100 words.
If they had 100 words available in a day.
Collective. Each or collective?
Collective. 100 words in the day. How many of them are babe?
They're talking to each other. This is key. They're talking to each other.
Only the 100 words are between the two of them.
Do they know this is happening, or we're just taking
No.
Okay. Right.
No.
Yeah.
Just any given day, you're a fly on the wall in their home.
It's right around
at home.
It's right around 18 to 24%. It's
That's
right in
low.
that.
Feels low.
No, it's right. Realistically, it's once every 5 words.
That's more what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's 20%.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm saying 18% low end, 24, 1 in 4 words high.
1 in 4 to 5 words. Yeah.
Okay. Is that something that you guys notice? Like, is that a conversation people discuss? We now refer to them as babe and greaseback bun babe because that's all they are.
I have not ever noticed that until this very moment.
Sorry about that. We've ruined them for you, and good luck next time you're with them, because you'll be like,
ping,
fuck,
ping,
they
ping.
were right.
Now that you mention
those
it,
right reality people were spot on. I literally turned on Casey's live last week, and I usually don't watch them because there's usually spoilers in them. And she was like, "Babe, get over here, babe." And I was like, swipe, and it was like 5 out of the 6 words were babe.
I think
5 out of the 6 words.
I think that's kind of like NBA overs though, where it starts high and then they start playing defense. And and you just watch the live. You watch the live total just plummet.
Yeah.
I will say this though, in their defense, we have all done that.
Not that much, but sure.
You've probably said babe. What do you think the over-under on your babe count is?
0.
In 100, yeah, probably like 0.5 if I really need something.
No. I'm saying in one of those relationships where you call each other babe. You guys never had a babe relationship? I've had a few. I've been babe.
Maybe in high school.
I've been saying babe. Woo! I've been
you think
saying
that you've said babe as the same amount as they have in a babe relationship?
My friend Fernando and his ex-girlfriend Nicole were probably 6 out of 10 words.
Oh.
They would just stand across from each other and go, babe, 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 babe. I swear.
That is terrible.
I swear. They were very good at beer pong, though. I'll give them that. Did you guys see these balloons that Dave got me?
Oh, wow. Dave.
So nice from Dave. Dave can do international ordering. That's so nice.
She got me these balloons, and she got me an edible arrangement.
Edible arrangements slap. Underrated.
Those little yogurt pineapple.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Pretty solid move from Dave there.
She's legit.
I did a little research today as a good podcaster, and I'm seeing one, maybe two other people who were in the first elimination and then ended up winning. The other one that I knew I could find was CT.
What season? Double Agents?
When he was with Ashley, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have to do anything, though.
But technically the team was thrown in, right? But it was a women's day. Was that what that one was?
Yeah.
I wouldn't count that. I'm with
So
Devin.
then
that
I don't count that. Yeah.
One of one.
I believe I'm the only person ever to go into the first elimination, lose, get brought back for absolutely no reason, and then come in third, which happened in Rivals 3.
Those bringing backs, I don't know how I feel about them. I think that's a very
well, I wouldn't exist without them, so they've got a soft spot in my heart. Because if you think they were calling your boy back after I showed up half drunk, went one and done, and then refused to do my exit interview until I got a 12-pack of Heineken, this is a true story that occurred. I said no. I didn't know what the show was about. I had no idea what I was going to do. And I was all pissed off. We had lost. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to look like an idiot. Everyone thought we were going to lose first. We lost first. This sucks. And they came to my door. It was like 1:30 in the morning. They're like, you got to go to your interview. I said, no, I fucking don't. Not going there. There's no shot. They're like, no, you don't understand. You have to go and do the interview. I was like, no, I don't have to do that. Yeah. And I'm not going to do it unless we go to the store and I smoke cigarettes and drink a bunch of beers first. I can't believe they dealt with me, honestly. I was such a shithead.
Well, I'm very glad they did, because we got what we've gotten from you in the past couple of years, which has been absolutely fantastic. Was there a point at all this season after that first elimination where you kind of felt like things were going really sideways and you were like, well, Dave, we had a good run, just not our year again this year, just not really cut out for us this year?
I told her straight up in the exit interview, and I've said this a few times, but it's a fucking 100% accurate. I told her I was going to go back to the house and cut a deal and say, you can send us in to 3 in a row. So we got 2 more. Send us into both of them. If we come back, you guys have to leave us alone. And I was just going to see who was willing to sign off on that plan. And she looked me dead in my eyes and said, Devin, shut the fuck up. You're not doing that.
She's right.
And thankfully,
what's weird is I can hear her in my head. Like I can hear her voice actually saying that.
She goes, 100% not. But it was that was just us. We were defeated, man. So this is what a lot of people don't recognize. We came into the game, we thought we had all these numbers, and immediately Casey and Kenny get DQ'd. Anissa and James get DQ'd. Well, we know they come back in certain formats, but DQ'd because of the quarantine situation, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And so those two are launched, and Kayla and Sam those are our roommates, right? Yeah. Respectively. And now we're in against them. We went down 3 teams in one day. And in the format of that game, because we didn't know a lot of other people, we weren't able to make like fractional connections. We were going to be on the outside looking in for sure. And then it just so happened that Bananas and Nani come in. They need a home, right? Casey and Kenny come back. All of a sudden, our numbers are growing again. Anissa and Jordan walk in. So everyone gives us a lot of shit. They're like, you were playing both sides or whatever. We had to survive. And as soon as we got our squad, we never wavered. So everyone can eat my butt.
You know what's really weird? We'll move on real quick. I just want to say this. I was talking to my mom, who we ask questions about. She's usually on the podcast sometimes, but we're now big time, so we get screeners, so we see stuff ahead. So it's a little bit harder for her. I said, I think a new rule to prevent kind of what's happening is you go in 3 times one year, you're capped. That's it. You're made. You are made. You're allowed to go in 3 times. If you win 3 times, that's it. They're a made man. So be careful how many times you're putting people in. You got to be a little strategic also about who you're throwing in and how many times you can also do that.
Yeah, this is interesting because it's multi-layered, right? If you did have a double agent style game where the winning team was allowed to put themselves in if they liked it, like a skull twist, but on an immovable skull. Your ticket is sealed.
Sealed.
And
do you take the risk that you're going to go in? Like, do you want to do it? After 2, you're like, put me in. We're getting to the final. Let's do this.
Yeah, 3 would be the right number for that because no one's ever going to volunteer to go into 3.
Exactly.
But if someone goes into 1 and then they win and then they put themselves in and now they've got 2, you then have to be very careful if you put them in or not.
Yes.
Because if you do, you may. So let's just say Jordan in this situation, right? Because everyone's so afraid to see him in a final. You throw Jordan in once. He wins. He comes back. He wins the next challenge. He puts himself in again, which is a very Jordan thing to do. He wins that one. Now, he's essentially immune anyways because no one's going to shoot at him until way, way, way later in the game when it's either go to the final anyways or lose.
Right.
So that would change things.
It's just another big time wrinkle. And it would also prevent like something we're seeing like on All Stars. It's like, oh, I've already said your name once. Okay, great. Say it 2 more times. It's fantastic. I've earned my stripes now. I'm in.
Yeah.
And now, if you're not with me, I can fuck up your entire game. I can say your name as many times as I want because I don't have to risk going in.
Yeah. You literally can't. You wouldn't even be allowed to.
Exactly.
I don't know how what's really fucked up with that, though, they would have to cap the amount of spaces for that because you could just get some hitters. And then there's another good one. Like if Wes had immunity halfway through the season because everyone had been fucking with him.
Yeah.
He is going to, I mean, would they go to a different house? Do they go to a final prep house? They're like out of the game entirely.
They get to hang out.
Because otherwise they could fuck with you.
Yeah, that's the point. People are already fucking with each other anyway, right?
Well, no, but I mean like throwing stuff.
Oh, well, they could. There could also be a situation where it's not like a team thing where But
even if it's individual, like there's nothing to stop that person from, if you have to get all your balls into a basket, just getting DQ'd and taking someone's ball and kicking it into the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, they could work on that type of stuff, right? They could figure out, what type of dailies do we have to do to prevent this. Could all be time type things, they just sit around. But that's the advantage of going in 3 times, Yeah,
that would be legendary.
I mean, we've seen some of the evolution with the dailies recently anyway, so I think we're on that, especially with the new, world championships and stuff like that. So,
well, speaking of world championships, I'm sure you're watching. Are you, Devin? Oh my goodness.
Are you aware of what's happening?
I want to watch it all at one time.
I like that move. Did you watch USA?
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
It might be a hard question to answer, but I'm sure you've gotten some intel from
I heard USA
Dave.
sucked, and that the only reason that this guy won is because everybody quit because they couldn't do a Sudoku.
Facts.
Is that what happened?
Do you know why the female won?
Because she's the only person to do it?
Yeah.
Well, everybody else quit, and so production just kind of shoved her up.
Hey, you got to keep going. You're sitting under a tree crying right now. You're the last one, and you will really fuck up this whole world championship we have planned if we don't have a female winner. So go up the mountain. So we don't count her win. We don't count her win.
Who is it? Who won?
Her name is Sarah. She's awful.
Sarah. So my question was, who in the new cast do you want to take down, and why is it Sarah? So I'm just going to tell you right now, I need you to focus on Sarah next time you see her.
Yeah.
There's talks that she's going to come back. There's talks that she's saying she's not going to come back. Her fucking dumbass is going to come back. She's the worst.
She's the worst.
You'll see it. I just need you to remember this moment. Sucking.
She's Survivor.
Survivor, and honestly, I haven't really watched a lot of Survivor, but when she was eliminated on Survivor, other people in the, like, when they go, you know, he goes, the 7th person eliminated, and he turns around the thing, people are like, yes! I've never seen that in Survivor.
Okay,
it's usually more stoic.
There's five. I'm going to guess her occupation because there's 5.
Oh God, I hope you get it.
There's only 5 types of people that Survivor casts.
Oh, I'm excited.
Right? Okay.
Hit me.
So, and don't tell me if it's right. If I get it, just
okay. I'll wait till you list all 5.
So, an educator or substitute teacher, those two things are together. Those are fine. Those are all. That's one. And an ex or didn't quite make it athlete. Okay. Meaning like minor league, or I played professional football, but you played it for like a year on special teams. That
Shots fired.
Then there is like firefighter, cop, EMT. That to me is all first responders. Let's call them first responders, right?
Okay.
Shout out to the first responders. Thank you. But that's definitely a genre that they cast. Like old guys. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's not gender specific, but old people, like kind of like curmudgeons that like live in the woods, and are real handy. That's one. And then
archetype 4.
Yeah, and then RAF guides. So is she one of those 5?
Yes.
Lit. Which one?
A cop. She's a
cop. Oh, she's a cop.
Crush it.
All right,
Crush
of
it.
course.
You'll know, and then I need you to ask Dave about Dave's experience dealing with.
Dave's getting it rough from
Dave's
Sarah.
getting it hard rough.
Oh man,
she's a
getting
bitch.
It rough.
Oh, that sucks. That's tough to hear. I'm gonna have to watch this now. Well,
yeah, you do.
You do, because there's some danger territories of these people maybe coming over.
Hey,
so
there's some good cops. There's some bad cops. You know,
there is.
There are.
Yeah.
They're just are.
I agree.
Just are.
I want you to keep your eyes on her.
Yeah.
Keep
your eyes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got big ones that just beady. They're really beady. So
the only thing I've heard on that is that Danny, who's Tori's partner, is T'ing a little S on Twitter.
Yes, and he is where him and Sarah are.
Got it. Well, maybe they're just trying to be contrarian.
That's what some people are saying, but again, we have to go by the edit. Like, obviously, when you're there, you know everything that happened, and they're making a TV show. We understand that, but we're going by what we see, and so like what we see and our feelings about people who are involved will obviously guide that, and they know that. Yeah. So, like,
only having heard that there's some shit talk happening on Twitter, and then you guys confirming what the rumor that I thought that I had heard, which is that no one actually won Challenge USA.
Correct.
Won.
I would say Danny did win. I think Danny actually did the puzzle, so I want to make that very clear. I believe he did do all of the puzzles.
Sarah doesn't do shit. She's the worst.
Yeah. Okay. But I guess my point is, if you win a show but you sucked while you won, and then you go on a new show, you have to do something to stand out.
Yes, Devin. Yes.
So they're probably just doing this to be like a character, I imagine.
We'll see.
She thinks she knows everything. She's the worst. You would hate her.
Yeah. We'll see how you feel after watching that. A lot of double talk.
Keep us updated.
So it has come to our attention that you may or may not have participated in ayahuasca twice.
Yes.
Should we switch the eating of bad things into a final to a ayahuasca journey.
Are you calling it ayahuasca on
Yes,
purpose?
he is.
I did.
I wasn't
Because I don't know what this is.
Okay.
Ayahuasca.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Ayahuasca is very funny.
Honestly, better.
Better.
See, he messes
It is
words
better.
up, but he makes them better every time.
It is.
Yeah, I did succubus
Actually
last
better.
time instead
Yeah.
of succubus.
Succubus.
Yeah, I did that one recently. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not a man of
I think
words, unlike
worse,
yourself.
actually. I think that one's worse.
Thank you.
Should we do so? This is yes. Short answer, yes.
Yeah.
It's a different show, and it is a show that I've had the idea for quite some time, where it's just the party version, the actual party version, but you are having to do stuff.
It's called All Star Shore, and you need to get on it right away.
Yes.
Is this
important.
what they're doing?
Oh,
Basically.
they already did one, and it was on Paramount Plus, and it was a fantastic television journey.
Oh, Johnny was on there, right?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Let me tell you, appointment television, Devin.
Wow.
Appointment. It would be.
Grade A.
It was what, like, OG challenge was. Like they're drinking every day, no drink limits, drink whatever the fuck you want. There's a party every single night, and then they do like human beer pong as the challenge.
It's just a party game all the time.
That's fire. My idea is a little different because it's you're still doing like heights over water and stuff, but you're on mushrooms, or whatever.
Sounds
Like
awful.
yeah,
Mixing
whatever.
wants in.
Yeah, like you're
Mixing
spraying
wants
each
I mean,
other
I'll do it though.
with a big fire hose or whatever. But you're
Yeah.
You call me.
tripping.
I'll happily audition for that.
Yeah, or like you do. I always envisioned it where you would have to do like things that would help that the drug would help you with, right? So like you're obviously not going to like do ketamine and then go for a run. So that
I don't know.
That one's
That's
out.
a mindset thing.
Mind over matter. But yeah,
Or
but
at
like,
work, if you're just
Yeah.
in a high stress job, just do it in the bathroom.
yeah,
Who
things
knows?
that where wouldn't make it literally impossible. But I'm sure there's all sorts of. I'm sure there's, or the word be. I don't know. You're going to get sued, right? Regulations against
yeah.
that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I don't think you filmed that, but yeah, that would be fun. I mean, to be fair, psychedelics are a performance enhancer in several different capacities, and one of them is endurance for sure.
I'm with you.
If you've ever taken a hike sober or taken a hike with psychedelics, 9 hours goes by and you have no idea where it went with one of those scenarios.
Yep. And you're on cloud 9 and you could do another hike after it.
So
Agreed.
connect the dots here. Folks.
Maybe that's how I should start working out more.
There you go, Steven.
Right?
Psychedelics.
I just won't know
got
I'm
you.
actually working out. Yeah, that's really smart. It's really smart. That's good life advice.
Do drugs, kids.
Yeah, that's great
absolutely.
life advice, and
Whoa,
that's what
kids,
the next
there's
category.
kids listening to this?
I don't think so.
This was an adult.
I don't think so.
This was an adult
No,
program.
I shotgunned a White Claw in the beginning. I think we're good. I
Yeah.
think we're safe.
I'm holding my microphone. I'm holding it.
We'll have to probably put a black bar over that,
Yeah.
So, Bachelor style. Just put a black bar over that sucker. the Bachelor in Paradise black bar over the asses.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still watching Bachelor?
No. Okay. Here's my problem with Bachelor. It's the same. I already watched it. Even
Yeah.
though it's a new guy and there's new people or a
It's the
new
same
girl
thing.
and there's new I already watched the show. I already saw it. I already saw what happened.
Agreed.
It's the same time. It's the same thing every time. How are people still watching? It's the same thing every time, to the point where the dates are the same, the editing of the dates are the same,
Yeah.
the reaction to the dates are the same. It's the whole. It's the same thing.
Some might say that the beginning of every challenge episode where somebody's going home is relatively the same because we learn what they would do with the money or the family they have at home. And we're like,
100%.
Yeah.
we go, oh, they're going home. I guarantee they're going home this episode.
Yeah.
See you later.
There's definitely
Editing tells.
there's definitely tells. There's definitely
Yeah,
tells.
100%.
If you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, a good way to know for sure if someone's not going to go home is if they're like typically someone that talks a lot and they're not talking,
Yeah.
they're going to be there for a while.
They're going to be good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, let's get into some life advice, as I appreciate you sharing on your story. We asked everybody on Instagram, on Facebook, a bunch of different places, Reddit, to ask you for some life advice. So I want to get into some of them. Very important. From Purple Pillow 123, they ask, why are you so hot?
Purple Pillow 123.
Yes.
Electric. Why am I so hot? Honestly, good question. The world may never know. I got it from my mama.
There you go. Great answer. What a great answer.
Right off of that, Marissa Radcliffe asked, what is your type? This is not life advice, people, by the way.
But it's a good follow-up.
Bad bitches is the only ones that I like. Final answer.
He's killing it. Rapid fire.
I like it.
Okay, Nevin P88 says, if you find $100 bill on the ground in a grocery store, do you keep it or return it?
Is it rolled up? Is it rolled up?
Oh, if it's pre-rolled.
Is it rolled? Does it look like it's
We're gonna
been
say
used?
We're gonna say no.
Yes
We're
or
gonna
no?
say no.
No.
We're gonna say no.
No,
Okay.
we're going to go no. They're at the grocery store.
Then realistically, I'm probably folding it into a paper airplane and throwing it over one of the aisles.
Oh, you're going to make somebody's day. Look at you just giving money away. Left,
Double
right,
it and give it to the next person.
Until it hits someone in the eye.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In Practical Joker style. Yeah, I like
Sue
that.
him. Or fishing line, little stick.
Oh,
Yeah. I think
like
what
that.
would be fun is if you fold it up enough to like squeeze it into maybe a box of cereal. And then when somebody opens their box of cereal, they're like, there's $100 bill in here. Whoa. You know? Just they get home and they're like, I made $100 this box of cereal? What a great day this is.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in one of the good ones though. You'd have to put in a good cereal.
Which would be?
Probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Good choice.
Or Reese's
Good choice.
or Reese's Puffs.
Reese Puffs
Or
slap.
if you have a top of mouth that's made of actual steel, then you can eat
All of them.
no, the other puffs.
The
Captain
Pops?
Crunch.
Oh.
Captain Crunch.
Uh-huh.
You can eat those if you're a robot.
That's Sarah. Moving on. Liz Sinpog asks, Devin, how do I get my daughter to poop in the potty?
All right, Liz. I'm going to explain this to you the same way I explained to all my other colleagues or fans or friends that have children. This is not my responsibility, okay? You did this, and you signed up to figure this out, and you're not going to drag me into it. Because honestly, seems like a pretty one-sided relationship. Is your daughter ever going to do anything for me? No, didn't think so. Okay, that's called all take, no give, and that's what most kids do. They walk around and their heads are in this cloud. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Boom, answer.
I feel like we just watched one of your like ITMs, like when they send you down to the room at 1:30 in the morning. It was so well. It was just like it's second nature now. It's like I'm watching what happened in real life. This is great.
Happened in real time. That's true though. For the record, I don't trust people with children. So Kyle's fucking out. Wes is fucking out. CT's out. Out. They're all out.
Are we getting Kyle? Now that you've won, do you have some pull? Can you get Kyle back? This is the question Mom LaFranc had. She had two questions. One, can you get Kyle back? Is he coming back? Does he want to do it? And two, we will be in Vegas for Mother's Day weekend. You're welcome to join if you need to blow some money on some sports bets in person.
That's fire. I do like Vegas. I don't think Kyle's done. I think it was just good timing for him. And he was, my understanding is that him and Big T, we're gonna link up for Ride or Dies, and that didn't pan out. But I mean, he'll be, as far as I know, he'll be back. right? There's so many different options now that don't film for as long. But I think also with Kyle, it's like Geordie Shore is a lot different. You get your phone, he gets to be closer to his family. It's shorter shoot, probably more guaranteed. I don't mean to speak on his finances, but I imagine it's probably more. I don't know. I would say in general, with all the spinoffs and everything that's going on, I think that everyone would do it all the time pretty much if the show wasn't 12 weeks long. But 12 weeks it's long. It's super long.
It's too long. Do you think that will ever come down in terms of the length, or do they need to make it that long because of how much money they're kind of spending on it and how much money they're giving away?
So I'm pretty sure that money is, I think that's sponsorship.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I don't know for sure, but
conspiracy.
I would assume so. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just what the prize is. But I think I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just going to be talking out of my ass. I have literally no idea, but it airs for 4 months. I know.
Yeah.
My aunt's like, when do I watch your show? I'm like, well, you could watch it tonight, or you could wait 3 months and then watch it. And it'd be the same. Just,
I'll still be there.
Yeah, I'll still be on there. Yeah, I don't know. I think, trust me, I mean, it's a lot. And this is not anything that I can get in trouble for because it's just so obvious. It's too much for the cast. It's too much for the crew. It's too much for the house that we live in. They all start falling apart at some point. It's too much, period. But part of the game is who can deal with too much, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't. So I know I'm battle tested. I think we went back to back to back. Like it was like 8 weeks, 11 weeks, and unfazed. So bring it on. But I think they start losing. I've watched people hit the wall where they're like, I don't care if I win anymore. I want to go home. It's like week 7, week 8.
But this is also the thing, right? If you have a pretty good guarantee, at a certain point, you're just like, what fucking ever? I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say you have one of the real, top 5 guarantees. If you win and you're splitting it, it's probably not that far off, like for another bit of time, depending on what your bonuses are and shit like that. But I can see if you're just like, hey man, I'm just whatever. I don't fucking care at this point. Get me out of here.
I think it's less those people, if you have a guarantee like that, and we're talking like 6 figures plus, right? To walk off the plane. Yeah. You're good at the show. You're really good at it. You're good at the game. You're good at the show part. You're good at the interviews. You're good at reading between the lines. You're thankful that you've gotten the life that you have, so you're not just going to pack it in. I mean, some people do. I'm not going to name names, but there's a handful of people that I've watched them look at themselves and be like, what am I doing here? This has gone on too. If you're walking in a running challenge, you got to hang it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you're literally walking, right? And you're not hurt. You're walking. Come on.
I think it's a disservice to the game, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think 15, 20 seasons ago, people were getting these types of guarantees, maybe a little bit, but obviously not numbers that people are getting now.
Yeah.
So at a certain part, it's you're getting the check. So, do you care if you win? Sure. That's a great bonus for some people. But at another thing, it's is this really part of the game? People who are getting 1,000 to show up versus 100,000 to show up.
Yeah. I should clarify something too. I'm glad you led me into this because I made a tweet the other day. I asked people to donate to Nelson's thing, his GoFundMe, because
absolutely they should.
Nelly T. Thank God Nelly T's alive.
I agree.
We almost lost him.
That was scary, folks. That was scary as fuck.
I cannot imagine.
And these trolls on Twitter I share the GoFundMe, obviously, as a normal person would do for their friend. Like the least you do, right? And they're like, hey, why don't you pay for it? You won.
Yeah.
It's like the GoFundMe like $250,000. It's like, okay, valid. Hear that. Got it. But also like it's easier probably for 500 people to give whatever, you know what I mean? As opposed to one person. And then a bunch of other people are like, he's rich. He can do this. He can do that. He's on TV. Everyone on TV is rich. Newsflash, 80 to 95%, 80 low end, 95% high end of people you see on reality TV are broke.
Yep.
Absolutely 100% broke, living outside of their means with really no backup. And later down the line, you will see that they are broke. They'll figure it out. For the most part, the only people that have money from reality TV had money before reality TV. Those are for the most part. I promise you, even those deals, you see somebody out there promoting skinny tea, or you see somebody out there doing this, doing that, they're getting maybe $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a campaign, for a swipe up campaign. You're paying taxes 40% on that. None of them ever pay their taxes, so they're fucked on the back end there. You're really that's inconsistent work. Also, you're talking about maybe you're pulling home. You do 2 shows a year. Maybe you're taking in $60,000. You live in LA. You're getting your nails done once a week, or you're buying shoes you can't afford. Gentlemen, get your shit together. So it goes.
They're
quick.
going out every night, door dashing every night,
They're
Starbucks
not
every day.
Fucking rich, I promise you. And there's a big difference between living that lifestyle and then actually being in poverty. And I'm not comparing those two things at all. I would never do that. But not everybody that you see on reality TV is rich, and I promise you a lot of them are paycheck to paycheck with whatever it is that you think that they are. So that's another thing that I was saying, like in the beginning, this whole worthy thing. We are like as normal as people can be for having their lives on TV for the most part. Fucking normal people that do dumb shit. So give them a break and don't think that they're rich.
I love that. I have one more normal question for you before we move into the last game. Christine Nolan asks, how many miles is the standard search setting when you're on Tinder?
Well, it depends on where I am.
Oh, okay.
Are we on vacation? Or are we in my hometown?
I would like to hear your radius for vacation and your radius for home.
Let's be realistic here. If you're going on vacation, you're probably going somewhere cool. Not probably a huge need to expand outside of the city limits there.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Keep it close.
5 to 10 mile max vacation max. 5 to 10 mile vacation max. Now, I actually pay for Tinder Premier, which means that
big baller.
Because I'm rich, because I'm on reality TV.
We just learned all of this. Exactly. Yeah.
So
tracks.
So I don't really set my settings anymore. I just swipe, pretty much auto swipe right. And then
wow. Such privilege out of you right now.
Yeah. I can see people who have liked me, and then I can go in and filter my settings. So if I strike out at 5, I'll go up to 10, strike out at 10 and 15, so on and so forth. And in that, I'm also changing the other preferences, such as age, height, things of that nature.
Got it.
I love it. So calculated, so big brain.
Yeah, so if we're a normal person, then what would you suggest is somebody's search? 20? 20 seems, depending on the city, but 20 seems like probably the farthest. What are you looking for?
What are you trying to get out of it? Normal.
I don't know. This was the question that this person asked.
You guys are trying to fuck strictly?
If you're trying to fuck and you have to go past 10 miles, then you're being too picky. You're not trying to fuck.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, I live in a small area.
Well, yeah.
I think
you
a lot
might
of
have
people
to expand that out.
Because whole is whole. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't. No, I don't.
Other podcasts aren't saying that, are they?
No, I don't.
They're not drinking champagne and saying whole is a whole.
Nope, they're not doing that. Yeah, I think if what you're trying to get out of it, if you're doing the classic short term open to long term, right? Which is El Clasico.
Yeah, the classic Tinder.
Classic move.
Yeah, that's El Clasico. You're probably settling right around 25 miles. I mean, you don't want to be driving more than 40 minutes, do you?
Yeah, no.
And then if you're like in LA like us, like 20 miles is like an hour 30 in rush hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're in a city, again, 5 to 10.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Misdemeanor range. First time felony range. 5 to 10.
5 to 10. We're gonna move to a segment we are calling confirm or deny. So you can confirm it or deny it, and then if you want to say anything else about it, feel free. But these will be a few of these. So
rapid fire.
I thought you were gonna say conform or die, and I was like,
that's a whole different game. That's a whole different.
I don't know. This just turned dark.
It was the name of the other season that they tried to pitch. Yeah.
Okay, so confirm or deny. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Confirm or deny that the final track, the track that you were running on in the final of the season we just watched, was actually just one big loop that you did a bunch of times.
Deny the track. The track? What do you mean? Like
the final was just one huge loop over and over again.
Because you were running, I was like, I feel like they're in the same like farm and they're just making left turns. It's like a big NASCAR track.
Oh, so deny and confirm. So that was a gigantic property.
Okay.
And there were trails throughout the property. So we weren't like we didn't leave, like we're not like going to the next town over.
Got it.
But it was, I mean, the whole loop, I mean, there was an endless amount of, you probably could have ran a marathon in there. It was huge.
Okay.
It was like big as fuck. So we were not running on the same path ever more than twice. Sometimes you'd have to like double back to get to the other side where a different checkpoint was. But it was very spread out.
Or you're just cutting corners to gain like a 10-second advantage, and then roll on an ankle,
You guys know I baited that. Right? That was me.
Oh, I love that, Devin. That's great information.
Yeah, they came over to tell us the rules, and they were like, the course has been laid out for you. The fastest way is to stay on the trail. And I know that I'm not going to go off-roading, but I'm thinking to myself, honestly, I thought it was going to be Olivia and Horacio. Mm-hmm. And I was like, because they had already decided to make one tent and sleep in it together, single person tent, in case TJ came, they would have less to break down and move with. They were like, "Here's your
always
camp.
thinking, always thinking."
Dude, they slept in one. Bro, I guarantee you, it was impossible to sleep in those things with one person. They had two people in there, fully like saturated,
and they don't like each other. Sure,
saturated from the bicycle ride, sweating bullets in there like together. It was brutal. But anyways, I was like, "Hey, is it okay? Can we pilot our own course? Like, if we just to get from A to B, if we think it's faster to go a different way, are we allowed to do that?" And Abby was like, I mean, I guess, sure. They blew the horn. The rest is history.
I mean, let's be honest. They would have got so much further ahead if her ankle didn't hurt, but that's neither here nor there. Confirm or deny that the smoke coming off Horacio's chest was CGI.
Confirm. And the thing about Horacio.
Yes.
Okay. As Laurel reminds us,
know.
I will take a step back. I will learn and grow. I will do some reading. I'll obviously take time off social media. I'm very sorry about this.
There is not a guy. There's not a nicer guy ever, except for my friend John Lyons, who might be as nice. So there's a good chance he's not real.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a high 60% chance he's a fake person.
Yeah, he was just imagined by everybody in the cameras. Yeah.
I mean, also, little known fact about Horacio, which I don't feel bad sharing. Maybe it's not my thing to say. I think it's cool, so I don't feel bad saying it. He was like 4'11" until he was like 17.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
He was super small,
and then he just shot up like a rocket. And
it was
That's probably why he's nice.
And was super nasty at soccer, even as a little smaller person.
Yeah.
So then he like hit a growth spurt, and so he was like, didn't always look like Horacio.
That was absolutely remarkable performance. Like,
yeah, out of him for
Kid's
sure.
ridiculous.
To go in that many times, like in a modern challenge, and to get out of those with like some of those eliminations is just like, I mean, the odds are just not great. And then to get to a final too. Whew, that's just
Confirm or deny smoking cigs and drinking beers makes you a better challenger.
Yeah, confirm.
Okay. I thought maybe.
Look at the last 4 champs since the game's actually gotten hard. Look at the last 4 champs.
more than half smoking cigs daily or vaping.
So it starts and it's just me or just CT or just whoever else. And maybe there's 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
Week 1, start to get another person by the pit. Week 2, a couple people are out. Bus ride waiting, pre-elimination. Week 3, quarter of the cast. Week 4, because people are getting eliminated too. Half.
Yeah.
By the midway point in the season, everyone's got a pack.
Yep.
That's not entirely accurate, but it's pretty close to that. It's
I love that.
As things waver on, and I'm not at all advocating for smoking cigarettes. It's just something that I do, and I like to do it when I'm on a game show because it helps you think. And I'm out there, for the record, I'm not twiddling my thumbs. I'm making eye level analysis. Analyzation. What does that even mean? I'm making high level analysis of the competitors and seeing what their breaking points are, what's going to happen if this goes down, what's their reaction going to be if this happens. When we're there, and why I say it's too long, because for 11 weeks I'm fucking locked in. Dialed.
You were I could tell from the moment this started this year. I was like, oh, my guy's locked in. He is locked the fuck in like I've never seen him. He is in. This is it. This is his and Tori's to lose. Okay.
I felt that way.
Yeah. Confirm or deny, Horacio would make all the money in the world if he started an OnlyFans.
I mean, here's the thing. Probably not. So deny, because there's a bunch of people that look like him.
Okay. That's fair.
His market is saturated with like hot body, like nude, pretty face people. He would be, I mean, he wouldn't have to do like a nude one. He would probably make more money just like baking and like reading children's books. You know?
Oh, we'll reach out to him. This is a great idea. We'll start
but agency. I don't think if he tried to sell cheeks like your boy, no. My cheeks are worth more.
I love it.
And that's the truth.
Confirm or deny, Fessy, or as I like to call him, Baby Hulk, wins in the next 4 seasons.
Flagship or spinoff?
Ooh.
We'll take either.
Follow-up.
We'll take either.
He'll probably win a spinoff. I mean, the USA, if they keep doing the CBS thing, he'll get one of those. All those people suck. I mean, this season...
And it's half the show. Yeah,
seriously. This season, they got some hitters on there because I know, like, you know, whatever. We're not supposed to talk about it, but they got some hitters on there. So we'll see how 2 goes, but I can see him winning. Fessy's well-rounded, man. He's well-rounded. The problem is, this is the issue. If he's got to get, and he'll laugh at this.
Will he?
I have a better chance at repeating than he has at winning his first one. And I'll tell you why. And the same thing with CT, Jordan, Bananas, Wes, Darrell.
Okay.
There's a method to this, right? And once you have the blueprint, there's little things you don't share. Once you get the blueprint, there's little things you don't share about it with other people. And once you have the blueprint, you're like 5 times harder to beat than the other people. Not to mention all of these people. I don't know if the old guys are on, TRT or what they're doing, but they look better than they ever have, right? Yeah. Jordan's not going anywhere. Absolute monster. I'm coming into my prime. That's very hard to beat. You have to assume if Darrell, Wes, Bananas, CT, myself, and Jordan were all on a season, and I don't put myself in the same category as them all time, but I'm saying right now I'm just as dangerous. One of those 6 is winning that season every single time.
I agree, unless it is a massive influx of new people, like an 80-20%.
Right.
And based off the game style, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
You're just going to get whittled
Game
out.
style is the only thing that can prevent that, truly.
I agree with you 100%. And that's why when people complain about it, it's like,
but there are some scenarios Fessy can find himself with a dub, right? Like we go in and and this is no shade at Josh or Jay, but they're both very good challengers, but Fessy has a clear advantage in a lot of areas there. I think that Josh and Jay have their advantages in some areas, but overall, Fessy's probably more well-rounded. Nelson, Corey, Fessy's probably more well-rounded, right? He's in that weird kind of mezzanine where if the cast is right and the theme is right, he's very tough to beat.
Yeah, Baby Hulk could win. Yeah.
100% he could win. I'd be surprised. I'd be more surprised if Fessy got casted for 4 more.
Interesting.
Personally, I would be more surprised if they kept going back to that well, because we've seen this with that style competitor before, which is like the really big ladies man. And when I say really big, I don't mean like big like 6'2". I mean the kid he's like 6'5", 255.
And this happened with Zach.
There's been people in the past where this has happened to them before, right? And if you're going to be the ladies' man, you better never get a girlfriend, because everything you bring to the show goes right out the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they're not just casting the best people. Like there's a science to. They're making a TV show.
Correct.
And if we're doing a big 20 episode season, it just can't all be competition, which is why I'm shocked that they still aren't just putting in, a whole bunch of people who just want to fuck. And they're like, I guess I'll do these other things. Because on those, they just have to fill it with more of those people. But that's another story.
Yeah. I don't know how much. Personally, I think there's been a little bit of reaching from some castmates to try to make themselves more interesting, I think, than they actually are. And at least to me, watching it comes across as, okay, you are really wanting there to be more to you than there is. And I can see it. It's clear as day, right? But that is a slippery slope that production has also been playing with people, which is the more you are vulnerable and the more you have this thing that we can all talk about, the more your attention you're going to get and the more we're going to showcase you, right? So and for some people, that's authentic. They really are layered and have different things in their life that they're overcoming. For some people, they're really not. There's not a ton more there. So they're trying to give them something they think that they want, and the well's running dry. I can see it. I'm not saying this is Fessy in particular, but I've noticed it happening with other people.
And when it does run out, people go, well, was this just a big act? And then they just hate you forever after that. They're like, oh, this person's just fake. So we have 3 left, 3 very important questions left.
Fire away.
Yes.
Raisinets are a good candy. Confirm or deny?
Deny. Raisinets suck. Everyone knows that.
Fuck yeah, Devin. That's my guy. I knew it. They're the worst.
Yeah.
I can't think of a worse candy, honestly.
That's not a candy. It's a chocolate-covered raisin.
What is it then?
A shriveled up grape covered in chocolate. That's what it is.
It's not a candy.
Grapes.
I love you, Devin. I knew that we were kindred souls.
It's a fruit.
Yes. Confirm or deny? Big Brother still sucks.
Yeah, confirm. Still sucks. Always will suck. And
Big Brother sucks.
Big Brother sucks, dude.
Can I tell you, I remember that happening. I was just like, what an unexpected thing. But this is like, I watched that again recently. I was just like, what an absolute joy this is. This is so much fun to watch.
Great.
I'm just like, just asking them about simple math. And if you wanted to borrow my sweatsuit, you could just ask. Just amazing. Such good shit.
Classic sixth grade insults, just one after another.
But you had him ready to go, and you were firing him off.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
They live in me.
Okay, very last question. So, confirm or deny that they did make you record you guys saying previously on the challenge, but they decided not to air them because they watch and listen to this podcast and they don't like the game where we tried to guess every week who was saying it and what was where. And they realized we exposed them because we got it right every time. And then they just fucking swapped them on us because they didn't want us to get any points. Confirm or deny that you actually filmed them, but they didn't air them.
Wait. What happened?
Sorry, okay, sorry. I got too excited.
So we were playing a game where we would, at the end of every episode, guess what the previously on the challenge, like who was saying it and where they were going to say it, like Clue, basically, where they were saying it and who was saying it.
Okay, got it. So it would be like Tori in the gym.
Yes.
Got it.
Every time we had it nailed, they would throw a curveball in with some random one. So I guess the question is more, did you shoot any times of you saying previously on the challenge that they never used?
Did you? Because
they
didn't do that last season. No, that's the thing.
Oh,
they didn't do them.
Got it.
But did you shoot them? Did you film them?
We shot a ton of them.
Exposed! We've exposed it. We knew it.
Yeah. We've shot.
Was that weird to shoot?
Yo, we've shot so many of them. But here's the thing about those is that is more of a way. I think that's more of a way for newer producers to like practice. And eventually, and sometimes they fucking throw them in there. You know?
Okay.
I think I think it's more like, do this, they have this thing that you produced.
This is going to be your responsibility for this season. You're doing
well, no, just no. They all do them. Every producer does. Every team does them. Every camera, audio, whatever. But I think it's more, to me, it's more just like that's what it feels like. Is it because like they do ask us to do them pretty regularly, and they never play them. So I'm like, wow.
Did you come up with them, or did production tell you, all right, you guys are going to be in the hot tub and you're going to turn around and like splash the water and say previously?
Sometimes they'll say, oh, we have an idea. Sometimes if you have an idea, you just say it to them. You want to know who loves doing them is Jordan. Jordan will like put makeup on and like get himself all jazzed up. He'll like get all together.
He'll put on one of his hats with his bandana.
He's doing handstands. He's in like, now zoom here and then like zoom up and it's we love watching Jordan do them. The best one ever was Nelly T Unplugged, though. Nelly T started trying to learn Banana's guitar, and he was doing Nelly T Unplugged. And he was doing previously on Nelly T Unplugged. It was fire.
Can you explain, to go back into this, Jordan, why is Jordan dressing like a grandma all of a sudden? Is this is it like a joke, or is he think that's fashion? I'm just confused.
He's trying to get on Bang My Grandma because he thinks he can win. So
Bang My Grandma.
Yeah, or no, excuse me, Train My Grandma. Fuck.
I like Bang My Grandma better.
I fucked up my own joke. God damn it. No, Jordan's a fashionista, man. Jordan's got good fashion. He's got
Are you going to steal that look? Are you going to steal that nice bandana with the hat?
I mean, I got the cowboy hat for it.
You got to steal the look next season. Next time we see you.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. He's got, as Banana says, he likes getting getting dressed in the closet with the lights off. but I think I like his style. He's got all sorts of weird little flaps and belt buckles and all sorts of shit.
He's got quite the unique style, I guess you could call it, where it's just like, nobody else could like borrow from his closet like the ladies do. Hey, you're going to wear this shirt. It just wouldn't make sense that all of a sudden you'd be wearing one of his get-ups, Oh,
I could dress like Jordan pretty good though. I got all sorts of weird shit.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, I got all sorts.
You should be Jordan for Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, that is a great idea.
That would be dope. That would be fire.
You should all dress like different people. For Halloween. That would
dress like each other.
Yeah. It'd be great. Somebody dressed up bananas, just walking around with a guitar. That's great. Fantastic. Well, man, we appreciate you coming on. We thank you very much. Congratulations again. Hopefully we'll see you again in a couple months. I know people we're a little worried they haven't seen you on the last couple or the things that have filmed. They're currently filming, but they're not, as TJ would say, we'll see you again in the future, right? Yeah.
I am not announcing my official retirement, if that's what you're wondering. I'm still very much in.
No, we don't want you to retire.
I'm very much in the mix as far as I am concerned, and we will just have to wait and see. If that ends up fitting the
motif
of 39 or seasons to come or whatever it may be. But I'd be very surprised if there's a world that the challenge lives in that I don't return on.
Listen, unless you're a female winner, you ain't going anywhere. You win as a female and then you get ghosted, but you just disappear off the face of the earth for a little while. You get always brought in as an alternate for some reason. So
shots fired. Yeah. I'll be back. Hopefully I'll be back. And I appreciate you guys having me on, man. This was fun. We killed it.
Cheers to you. Congratulations on the dub.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And just always remember that it's a boy. Get well soon. Happy anniversary. And it's a girl. So always.
Oh my God, both. Congratulations.
Much love, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
I'm telling you, that interview could have literally lasted 17 hours. Obviously, we're best friends again now, and everything is great. And we'll hang out all the time now. Because of that. That was so much fun, Mix.
Yeah, we're Dave 3 and 4 now, as we should be. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We really had so much fun with Devin. I can't wait to talk to him again. As you said, I feel like we could have talked to him for hours. It was an absolute blast. I learned so much as well. He gave us tons of insight on things that I had no idea about or would have never thought to ask.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild stuff. And as always, you knew it. He exposed the fact that they did record previously ons and they did not air them. And why would they do that, boys and girls? To try to shut down the number one.
They wanted to come at us. They wanted to get us, and we're not going to let it happen. I do need to go because I have White Claw dripping from my ceiling from the shotgun I did, and I'm feeling good. But I do have to clean that.
Yeah, she's got to clean that, and we got to let you get to other things. Great programming coming in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. We thank you very much for 250 episodes, everybody. So much love. Couldn't do it without you. We don't want to be those people. Oh, we couldn't do it without you. I mean, I guess we could. If there was like 5 listeners, we could have kept going. But
we would have quit. Let's be honest.
A lot of you left, and some of you stayed, so we appreciate that. She joined us April 15th, 2021. 136 episodes in. She's here for 250 now on April 24th, 2023. Holy shit. What a good time. All right, guys, we will see you for episode 251. Bye-bye.
Bye.